We're actually an irrigation and fertilizer company, so we're in that field. Website could be for sale for the right price for the right industry. I was in corporate. I was doing finance, so I grew up in landscaping. Worked for my father. He owns a landscape business, and every summer, and he sends me to school, and I was going to be this big corporate ladder climber and
A
get to the
finance
top.
tycoon.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right. That's right. Reading all Forbes and everything. I still do, but and I went to school. Went to UNH. Graduated a focus in finance. Decided that I was going to go work at a bank in Boston. So hung up the boots, if you will. Went into Boston. Did 3 years for Brown Brothers Harriman. Decided that it wasn't my calling. Just had an itch to go do something else. So I put in my 2 weeks, and I went home and told my dad. My father's an old school Italian, and came here with nothing and built up what he has. And came here, and I went home and I told him. I said, "Hey, I think I'm gonna quit." And he's like, "What do you mean you're gonna quit? You're not quitting." And he goes, I was the first one in my family to graduate from college, and I was on honor roll, and I had dean's list, and all this stuff. So
He had your
he's
whole
like,
career path.
oh yeah, he was not too happy with it, but he said, "Well, what are you gonna do?" And I said, "Well, I know your business, so I'm gonna come and work for you. I'm gonna grow your business." And he just looked me dead in the eye and goes, "No, you're not." And I knew at that point it was going to be a tough road. And entrepreneurship is a tough road anyway. My father and I have a great relationship, so I kind of went off and I'd write up a letter, and say, "Hey, my son is, from his perspective, my son is going to be doing irrigation this year." And the first letter I wrote to his clients was for the fertilizer. So wrote up a letter, and I said, my son just got his Massachusetts pesticide license. He's going to be an applicator. He's going to go out and he's going to be doing fertilizer. If you're interested in a quote, let us know. And I showed him the letter, and I think that's when it really hit him that, okay, this is real. Like, he's doing this. So I sent that out, and I had 8 of his clients sign up in my first year, and now we're up over 100. And it's been a few short years that I've done that, and then taught myself the irrigation. I did the same thing, sent a letter out, and just kind of grew from there.